All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set, ready? 15, run. 15, run. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Check. 25, check. Pizza, ribbon.
They'll run on first down. It's Wolf. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, Sam off.
He'll drop to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They run the counter. Taylor. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
2nd down and inches. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Let's go now. 3. Go to base. 3. Mike. Exit. Go on. Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Check back.
They'll set up a throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I've...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
First down, Houston.
Ready, ready.
Mike 5-4. Woo-hoo. Check.
On first down, it's Parker. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
He's hard. Tighten up. Go. 5.
On second down now, it's Parker. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On play action, they'll throw. Airing one out deep for Holmes here. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time. But...
yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
Alert 3.
They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
SOS. You go tight. You got tight. Hey, you got tight right there. Bang! 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Texans' 48-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm scared.
7-7, our score after 1. Second and 4. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Yeah, let's get a sack.
Yeah. 56, the Mike, boys, 56, 56. Watch the back.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, Echo.
Back to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Wolf. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bradley.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Parker. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Hey, team, spill. Check 9. Get it.
On 3rd down, Parker. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And look at this. It's a fake. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
And the Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Watch twist.
Here's Taylor. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Second and 5. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Check it back, check it back. Next box. Right.
Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they like some matchups that they had them unable to do so on that play.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, this from 46. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the double.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Wolf, and he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Hey, high 7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
5.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wolf. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Texans.
Fair. Big rip.
And he's got some space here. Johnson, the intended target.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Switch.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
218, jump. He's checking. Crash. Hey, dude.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Watch the whip. Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Plant. 54. Wildcat. 80 weapon. Jump. Hey, Haywood. 54. Ready.
Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's 4th down and goal at the 5-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Back to you. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I got one.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked.
Intercepted, baby.
Intercepted. The Jaguars take over first.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Let's go now. Go to base. Watch your slant.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. This is fielded at the goal line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Slam, slam. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 89 yards. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Airing one out deep for Holmes here. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They're going to look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Switch. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Go. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. Set the tone, defense.
Now back to throw. Being chased out left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, it's Wolf. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the curl. Recon, 132 fighter.
Shit. Check 26.
Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wolf, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Wolf. Past the 20. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go, baby.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Johnson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Come on, set. 90 full. Hey, orbit. Hey, jet.
2nd and 11. Throw left side complete. That's Wolf. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll look to throw here. He's got Evans. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Parker. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They'll keep it on the ground. Parker, they'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Hey, stand up!
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Dancing to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's see what you got. Check 52. Check.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check 13.
56.
He'll drop to throw. Jones has it. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll set up a throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be taken short.
The Texans will go first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On the ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. He was looking for Parker that time, and it's 3rd and short.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And this is caught by Evans. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Switch. Big dash. Come. Watch safety creep.
6-6. Pull it high.
Safety's creeping.
Clear. 5.
On first down, it's Wolf. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Set. 60 or 61. Matchbox light. Switch. Look at me. Door.
Check 37.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wolf. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Watch time.
He finds his man Johnson, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Check it out,
Hard. And up.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off.
Check 50.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Parker. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 35. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Rock it. Check 25. Showing it.
Shift. Watch the shift.
80 weapon.
Kill.
Shoot.
On 3rd and short to give it a tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Hey, echo.
Back to the Mike. Mike 5-2.
Back to throw. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And no, it's incomplete. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He's back to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Here we go. Hey, check 24.
Taylor. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
14-yard line.
Check, check. Watch the defense.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Check, check.
Now a give, right side. Taylor. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this one is right through. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Jaguars, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.